Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Set up. 90 Wolf.
Hey, I'm coming. Check 24.
Hey, lock it.
Check out.
Be grip.
Boston Scott, his first carry. And, whoa, he's going to hope that that is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Ready.
Two times.
Shoot.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. This ball caught by his tight end, Wilson. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
3 down.
Throwing his Locke on 3rd down. They're able to locate Wilson. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
On the double. Go.
Watch number 5.
From midfield, here's Locke. He completes it to Wilson. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. Touchdown, New Orleans! Boston Scott with touchdown number 7 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Space to maneuver at the 40. And down right around the 37. 38 yards on the scamper there. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
First down, Buccaneers.
Ready. Blue ready.
51.
Green, triple team.
51 to Mike. Let's go.
The first down throw for Winston. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now Joe Mixon. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
He is going to find Hill here. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 14.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Ready? Slack 25. Come on. Sunday.
Hey, check 25.
Wait.
From the red zone now, Winston. It's Hill, complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Joe Mixon, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here this first quarter. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, New Orleans. That kick return falls 1 yard short of the all-time mark as it goes down as a 108-yard return. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kissed it on the ground.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Throwing, Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive. Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 41, Locke. They complete it to Hill. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
15 line.
We got three.
Let's go.
3rd and 2, Locke's going to throw. And Wilson has it. And he's got this down to the 35. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Locke going to bring the offense up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Locke now on 1st down. And finding the tight end Wilson. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 25 yards that time. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Locke now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10.
3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
On 1st down, Locke. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Josh Hill, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. Oh, he sheds himself free. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, touchdown, Tampa Bay. Joe Mixon, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game, as his guys are back within a single score. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again,
and again.
and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Here's Scott. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Hey, you got 3.
Hey, Haywood. 2.
Play action. Now it's Locke. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Credit the sack to Vita Vea.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop.
Here we go. 10-2 stop. Hey, Foxtrot.
You're on time. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's go. Right there.
Snap.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well.
Let's go, Saints.
At their own 45-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd down.
We're ready. We're ready.
Just the mic. We got it.
On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Winston to Godwin on the connection there for a Tampa Bay first.
Ready. Black, what is that? Wait.
Mixon with a first down carry. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
I got it. Check 52 to Mike. Check 52 to Mike. I got it. Hey, Mike 52.
From the 38, Winston gets this one to Hill. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Ready? Blue ready?
52 right here. 3 bucks.
Winston now to throw on first down. That one complete to Hill. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. From the gun and give to Mixon. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the Buccaneer kicker, Matt Gay. And Gay knocks this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now arguably the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty.
You better bring it. Hey, watch this.
Lock to throw on 2nd down. It's caught. Smith. Past the 20. 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Traquan Smith. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. Lutz with the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Check. Check out route.
Winston. And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Tyreek Hill hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that makes it a 28-24 game. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
Keep playing hard.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Touchdown, New Orleans. Officially, that goes down as a kick return of 107 yards. What a run. And the Saints have retaken the lead. What's good on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time.
That's
what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
At the 34-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Alex Anzalone leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Winston. And brought in by the tight end Cook. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Wide, get wide. He's coming, double up. He's coming, double up.
Here's Winston. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Cameron Jordan has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Mixon will try the right side. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15.
And on 3rd and 15, we see the dime look, 6 DBs on the field.
Playing pass all the way.
Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. 4-7 the mic. 4-7 the mic.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
We got it. Over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I don't even know why this team showed up. Mike 50.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. He's got a first down past the 30. Thomas has got it, complete. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
That's good for the Saints. First down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check pass. Right there, 54, right there. 54 Mike. Bandit. Kill.
X3, 218, chopper.
Check 15. Check. Fresno.
Get it.
Fresno.
On the carry, this is Scott. And shutting him off, now open field. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Boston Scott with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
The Bucs take over first and 10.
Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Hey, let's go. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Go. Mike 51. Mike 51. Okay, double up. Watch out.
Winston now. And this is Cook with a grab. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Ready? Blue way. White.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Check three.
Let's go.
On first down, Nixon. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Watch safety creep.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance. Reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They toss to Mixon. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Marcus Davenport there to take him down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
47's the mic.
Hey, triple team.
Hey, we heavy on the edges. Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike.
Hey, triple team.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's box. Mike, watch the edge.
They'll try to throw now. Winston. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 42 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
Back now here live in New Orleans. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point, just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Now Scott. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Back at the 34-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 60 outlaw. Blue draw Corkers. Watch left. Shoot.
On play action, Locke. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Hey, watch number 5, watch number 5. One set, eyes up, one set.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. And he fires one incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara. And now it's 3rd down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
But this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say, when you have obvious passing situations. Hard to vary it up and fool the defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how they can.
And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. He goes 67 yards on the punt return, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
It's the fourth quarter, partner, and everyone's looking for a hero in the fourth quarter. They just found theirs.
And so much for the offense coming out, trying to mount that go-ahead drive. They get it right there on the punt return.
And a punt return play can change the momentum so many different ways and maybe put a team in command.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Guys, game situation. Let's go.
They go again with Scott. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Saints on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun on third down, Locke. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Winston. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Demario Davis picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And going deep for Hill. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
From the 29, Locke. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Saints on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Locke. And Wilson has it. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
To throw it is Locke. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Chris Jones make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They look to throw. It's Locke. Completes it to Dixon. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, Zoo, go.
54, right there. 54, Mike.
Y'all not ready.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4.
Now.
Lock to throw for it on 4th. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
It shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Locke trying again after the pick 6. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Vita Vea able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Yeah, and that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You're talking about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starting in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing now is Locke. Dixon, complete. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Let's get it.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Locke going to go on 4th down. They're able to locate Wilson. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
56. Check 56. I got line. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. I got you, Pop. 56. Mike.
Hey, exit.
56.
Let's go.
They'll go for it. It's Locke. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. That would have been a 1st down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Winston here to throw. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Tyreek Hill there to make the grab as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
Now!
Spike 56. Hey, let's get some penetration here.
Lock now on 1st down. And he rifles one incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Chris Jones in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Ready. 18 Gator.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Hey, Alpha.
Right there.
On 4th down, Locke. He's going to let it fly. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Pick 6, baby. Let's get this all day.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Defensively, there's still 3 timeouts. Do you even need to use them at this point?
I think a lot of coaches do it anyway, and it seems like cosmetics to us.
Does it just send a message you're not quitting?
Send a message that you're not quitting. Let your team know you're going to battle all the way, and you're always hoping for that ultimate miracle that something will happen, you'll pick up the ball and score, and you'll have a chance one more time and maybe on an onside kick, but not likely.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Tampa Bay, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they fall for the first time this season after 6 wins to start the campaign. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.